What's going on, everybody? My name is Justice. I'm with my guy.
It's popping. It's your boy Tyaire. How y'all doing?
And you tuned into the Silky Boys Podcast. This podcast out for sports news, what's going on in the culture. Tyaire, football season is officially here. It's back. How you feeling this week, my boy?
I'm feeling great, bro. I'm excited. We had the game Thursday, but it's ready. It's football tomorrow night. It's all day tomorrow, bro. It's feel good to be back, bro. How you feeling?
Yes, sir. I'm feeling great, bro. Honestly, football. We waited so long, bro. And finally, the season is here, and the NFL came back with a fucking bang Thursday night. Cowboys, Bucs. Already probably one of the better games that we're gonna see out of this year from both teams. I mean, you got Dak coming back, bro, from the ankle injury. We got Tom Brady trying to repeat for the second time, try to see if he can go back to back with the Bucs, try and go for ring number 8. Got everybody back on that Bucs roster, both offense and defense, and it was just a flat out showcase of honestly two most explosive squads in the league.
For real. And I didn't watch the whole game. I was so tired. I was working, bro. I watched this through the second half, fell asleep. I was mad as hell. I missed the best parts of the game. But from what I saw, it was really exciting. And my two takes from this, it might surprise a lot of people. One is not even a take, like Tom Brady is just unfair, bro. I don't get him. I don't get what fucking lab he goes to in the summertime that this nigga looks better than he did in fucking 2010, 2011. He looks nice as hell right now. He looks on Patrick Mahomes level, Josh Allen level right now, which is ridiculous, and he's 44. But my two takes was, one, I think Dak Prescott might be one of my favorite players not on the Jets now. I know this is crazy coming from one of the biggest Cowboy haters in the world, but I just love this dude, bro. Watching HBO Hard Knocks, this guy really won me over, bro. He already had a great story with his mom, what happened with his brother last year during the pandemic, and then he broke his ankle. But just his attitude of I'm still here, I'm still going to work, and just you see that all throughout the Cowboys Hard Knocks doc, and it was just. I'm I'm just glad to be back. Grateful for this opportunity. He talks to everybody, and low key, bro, it might sound crazy. This dude reminds me a lot of Tom Brady. No cap. Not all the great, winning and stuff, but just the character, the way he carries himself is a great leader. I haven't seen many leaders in the league like that other than Tom Brady, and I just like him. And he came out, wasn't expecting him to play as good as he did, but he came out he didn't miss a beat. He was moving in the pocket well, getting away from that crazy line of the Bucs, and he had a great game. Him and Amari Cooper looked great. CeeDee Lamb had some drops, but he still picked it up towards the end. So the Cowboys look great. And my second take is, I think this Bucs team might be the greatest football team of all time.
Sheesh.
When I get down to it, I don't see how any NFL team in history, if we played against them, can really beat this team if we just break down the components. First of all, they have 3 legitimate all-pro linebackers with Lavonte David, Shaq Barrett, and Devin White. They got JPP, a premier pass rusher. They have a good secondary. And then on offense, you have Antonio Brown, who, if you didn't know, he's one of the greatest receivers of all time. You got a true number 1 in Mike Evans that they barely even really use on offense. You got Chris Godwin, another number 1 who could be a number 1 in any team in the league. And then you have Gronk and Tom Brady. And it really lies out where it separates from any other team that they could play against is Tom Brady. If you give Tom Brady this team and you put in any team against him, I don't think this Bucs team is going to lose against any team in NFL history. And I just feel like this they might repeat this year, bro. They just look like a team that's unbeatable, because I feel like just when Tom gets to that last 1 minute, it's his drive and nobody else gets the ball back, they're not going to lose. And I feel like they're always going to get to that situation, and Tom Brady's never going to lose that. And that's just what I took away from that game.
Right. Tom, he's the GOAT, but he looked as honestly maybe even better, like you said, than those late 2000s teams, of those Patriots teams. The ball was coming out crisp. He still has some zip on the ball during those long throws. He moved well in the pocket. Obviously, the quick decision making is always going to be there. The right reads are always going to be there. Literally, it just looked like he like the season didn't end for him. This is just okay. This is a continuation. Just last season, I'm ready to go. Here we are. And if Tom Brady's already played like that in week 1, the rest of the league should be on notice. And they already were. They returned all their stars from the Super Bowl run. They were already on notice. But even more so, if this dude is first game right off the bat is looking like mid-season form, like, okay, this is an important week 15, week 16 game, in terms of, okay, like this game might determine the number 1 seed. I have to go out and ball out. And he did that. And credit to, you mentioned the weapons that he had. Talk about Antonio Brown for a second. Antonio Brown just going back into a time machine real quick. 5 catches over 100 yards. One or two touchdowns? I think ended up with 1. Like, you think like, okay, and that's the third receiver. That's their third receiver.
All-time great Hall of Famer is their third receiver. And the thing I love about AB's game is always going to translate as he gets older, because his game was always all in a technique. So he really is not going to really have to use speed or use his quickness, because he can beat you with his feet. And he could get you off a route that quick, and he's open. And that's always going to translate. That's why Jerry Rice was able to play so late into his career, because he was the route king, and AB's off that same line. So yeah, off that point is great. Like he just looking crazy as your third receiver.
Mm-hmm. And then also Gronk looked really good as well too. Gronk looked like a regular Gronk that we knew back in his prime.
And that's the scary part, because like it gets to a point where like Tom Brady is really just a coach on the field, and then Bruce Arians is not doing anything, and Tom Brady is just pulling his playbooks from 20, 30 years that he has of football knowledge, and nobody has the brain he has. It's like him and Peyton Manning. So if Peyton Manning's not out there, it's this guy, and he has every single play, every single read, and it's unfair. And it's a certain point in the game, it's like, I'm not even calling plays. It's just, I'm doing what I'm doing. Hey, Gronk, act like you about to block DeMarcus Lawrence, but you really going to slip out and catch this touchdown. Like that's an audible off the rip, no calling plays. And that's how they won the game. It's just that easy. Like,
yeah. And they can do that at any point in the game. At any point in the game, they have the ability to do that. But they're a scary team. Well, flip it over to the Dallas side. Dallas looked good. Like Dallas looked pretty good. We all know what the offense was capable of and what Kellen Moore was going to be able to scheme up. That showed this first game. Talk about both CeeDee Lamb and Mark Cooper both going for over 100 yards. Dak throwing for 4-3 touchdowns. Obviously, again, we knew what the potential of that offense looked like. It really just came down to defense. And defense actually made plays. Forced two fumbles, covered both of them. And on the 2 Brady interceptions, players were around them to make plays on the ball right there. And unfortunately, though, on some of those turnovers, they weren't able to capitalize. I know it's the first game, but I just want to bookmark this to see if this becomes a trend going forward. It'd be a real shame if the defense, when they do get turnovers, the offense is not able to capitalize. Yeah, just something to keep an eye on, because, of course, they missed 2 field goals. They had an opportunity to score a touchdown off one of the turnovers. They couldn't do it. But defense, you can make the case single-handedly was the reason why they were still in.
Yeah, they were. And it gets to a point where we got to address, like, either Zeke has to wake the fuck up, or this offense is just going to have to reimagine itself, because they can't keep doing these games. Because, yeah, these shootouts are fun, but if you want to get back to how the Cowboys looked back when Zeke first year, when y'all were 13-3, it worked with the run. And yeah, you have the line is great for pass blocking, but it's really a great line to run. So Zeke has to get, and that's how you get to win the game. You keep the possessions longer. Tom Brady doesn't get a chance to get the ball at it. 1 minute left. You don't have to keep throwing the ball, because every time you throw the ball, if it's an incompletion, drop passes, that's stopping the clock. And like last year, even though they played good, the last 5 games that Dak has played has all been high passing yardage games coming in losses. So just like, yeah, the offense is looking great, but we're not winning the games when we're doing this. So we have to get into the shape back to where we used to. But I feel like we're past that, and they're giving the keys to Dak and this offense, and Kellen Moore just like, we got 3 number 1 receivers, and we about to utilize this. And Zeke, you can try to form some type of receiving game, try to get into your early Ohio State days. But if you don't, we can move on. Tony Pollard works for us. He fits in when we need him, and we could just move on from you after this 4-year contract, for real.
Right. But it's hard to run the ball against that defensive line.
Yeah.
Like if Vita Vea had a great game, may not come out in the stats in the box score, but he had a great game. He was causing pressure. And early on, they tried to get Zeke into the game with running plays. That got shut down almost every single time. He had one run that ripped off for about 12 yards. That was his best run of the game. He ended up with like 11 rushes and about 30 yards, 39 yards, something like that.
Yeah.
It's hard to run that team. So they were in a position where it's like, okay, the runners now we have to pass. We have to pass this ball. We gotta let Dak throw for 58 times in this game. And credit to Dak too, like he looked really good. He looked really good coming off the injury. He had that 6-yard rush within the red zone, and it didn't seem like he had any rust in his legs at all. It seems like he trusted his legs, and didn't seem like there was a lot of rust in his game at all. He was making the right reads. The ball still had some zip on him because he was dealing with the shoulder injury in training camp. Ball looked good coming out of his hands. Pocket awareness was there. I mean, just flat out looked really good.
Yeah, it was a. I know in the NFL you don't say there's more victories, but I feel like the Cowboys left the game feeling good about how they left after the game, because like nobody was expecting them to come and play as good as they did. A lot of people saying, "Oh, it's going to be a blowout. They're not ready for this," but they stuck in there. It was a 2-point game, and like we said, I said this might be the greatest team of all time. For them to do that in the first game after a break, Dak's first game after a year off, great, and they could definitely win the NFC East this year. So it's going to be a battle between them and the football team for sure.
Definitely. All right, so let's get into the rest of the Sunday matchups, bro. Let's start off first. Jets and Panthers. Everybody and the mother is talking about a Panthers victory, but I don't see it at all.
Let me just get this out there. Justice. I watch probably as many Jets games as any person in the world, bro. Like, you don't even watch it. Like, even when they're not winning, you like, I'm not watching that shit, bro. Like, I'm good. I'm not wasting my. I still watch that shit. That's how much of an obsession I have with this team. It's an addiction. It's a problem. I got to go get checked out for it. But with that being said, that means I've seen every single snap of Sam Darnold's young NFL career. Okay, yeah, the Carolina Panthers, they have Robbie Anderson, they have DJ Moore, they have Christian McCaffrey, they have all these guys. But Sam Darnold is still running that ship. I love the kid. I was rooting for him his whole career. But he's not going to put up 35 points on us like the experts are saying. He's not going to rip us for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. I haven't seen a game like that from Sam in my whole time watching this. So I'm just confused where all these experts are suddenly, as Sam leaves the Jets bubble, he's going to be this great quarterback. Even Sam is saying himself in all his interviews leading up to this game, yeah, I don't think I gave the Jets everything I can do. I really don't blame them for trading me away. I really didn't give my all to that organization. Like they were right in what they did. Like, it's no hard feelings here. So what the fuck are y'all telling me about? Zach Wilson is seeing all of this, taking all of this in, and like, bet we're gonna see. Elijah Moore is like, I'm not really talking right now. I'm not really talking right now. Like, I'm really just ready to get on that field and show y'all who the fuck we are, bro. And Robert Saleh is the coach for the job. And what I heard last week, he says, I don't coach talent. Like, talent doesn't win games. Hard work wins games. So you can have all the talent. You can have an elite running back. You can have elite wide receivers. But my players are going to go out there ready to work and fight. And that's what's going to win us these games. So Sunday, I already know what's going to happen. I got the Jets winning. I'm starting off bold take. I got us going at least 3-1 in these first 3 games.
Okay, thank you. Okay, first of all, thanks for saying that. Because I was looking at our schedule, I'm looking at our first 5 games before we got a bye week in week 6. There's no reason why we can't be 3-2 heading into our bye. And there's honestly no reason. The over under us for total wins this season is about 6. I don't understand why we can't win 9 or 10 games this year. I'm looking at this schedule. I'm like, we have chances to win. I think we're gonna split the division. I think we're gonna go 3-3. I think we're taking a game away from every single team. I think we're taking one from the Bills. I think we're taking one away from the Dolphins. I think we're taking one from the Pats. On top of that, we're playing the Pats in our second game.
That's our win. That's our win.
And that's our win.
What is the Mac Jones cap coming back again, bro? Why is the Mac Jones cap returning again, bro? Why is it returning again, bro?
Because it has parallels to Tom Brady 2001. Great defense, great offensive line, got a guy at quarterback that's able to process really quickly, and a solid run game.
Why are they telling me that the Patriots have some of the best offensive weapons of all time for Mac Jones he has all the Patriot weapons are nowhere as close to what the Jets have right now. And I'm going to say that as a bold, definite statement. I'll take Corey Davis and Elijah Moore over anybody that's over there at the Patriots. Hunter Henry, he's cool, but the Chargers have a number one budding MVP probably next year quarterback, and they let him go. Like, I'm cool off that. The Titans was like, yo, Jonnu Smith, you go. We're going to go get Julio. Like, you good. You go do what you do. So y'all have the scraps. Okay, y'all spend mad money because y'all were asked the year before. Tom Brady said, I got to go. I can't play with these weak-ass receivers you have for me. So you had to upgrade, but you upgraded barely. You got 2 tight ends. Bill Belichick's going to try to do the Aaron Hernandez, Ron thing. We'll see how that works, but your defense is only returning one real player from that COVID list that y'all kept saying, oh, this kept us back. A lot of those players signed to other team. So y'all get Dante Hightower back. I'll get Kyle Van Noy back from the Dolphins after they had a great year. And they was like, nigga, we don't want you back. You can go too.
And he didn't have a great year.
Yeah. So he didn't even have a great year. They was like, yeah, you can go. We don't need you. So y'all have a bunch of rejects, but y'all telling me this is the greatest revamp of a Bill Belichick team that we've ever seen, and this is the team that's going to be the second wild card out of the AFC East. Not at all. Not at all. Cut it the fuck out. Cut it the fuck out. Mac Jones, Devontae Smith is not catching your balls and running it to the fucking touchdown. Najee Harris is not catching your shit out of the backfield and running that shit a touchdown. You're going to have a rude awakening in this early first half. I love you. You read the game right, but it's going to get rough. You don't have the weapons that they saying you have, bro. I'm not into the Mac Jones cap right now. Week 2 in MetLife, that energy is going to be crazy, and we're going to smack them in their mouths, for real. And we starting 3-1 because we're going to beat the Broncos, and then I say we finally lose to the Titans.
Like, that's the recipe. That's the recipe right there. And also give credit to Robert Saleh. He knows how to fuck with young quarterbacks. We have pieces on our defense. Is it the greatest defense in the world? No, it's not. But it's still a top 15 defense. And that's all he needs to implement something scheme up something that's going to cause Mac Jones to make mistakes here and there. Like, I don't see how we can't go 3-2 heading into our bye. I don't. But Jets are winning over Carolina. Sam, I'm still rooting for you. I think you're going to have a good year. You're just not getting your first win. That's all it is. You're not getting your first win against us. It's not happening. Anyway, moving on. Seattle, Indiana. Carson Wentz is expected to play this game. How are we feeling about that right now?
Ooh, the Wentz, man. Is my boy Nelson playing as well? Did the doctor fix them both up in time for this game?
I don't believe so. I think it's just Wentz right now.
Okay, I was about to say, whoever that doctor is, every NFL team needs to hire him after this.
Actually, correction, Quentin Nelson is ready to go. So
yeah, that doctor needs to be hired in every NFL team staff next year. But I like Russ. I like Russ in the Seahawks with that one. I think Russ and the Seahawks always start off strong. They always start off like 4-1, 5-0. So I feel like they're gonna get off to that same high start. So I'm taking the Seahawks in that one. I'm
buying big into the Seahawks too off this game, just simply because of the new offensive coordinator they brought in from the LA Rams. Implemented new system of offense. Granted, this is a new offense that Russ is going to try to adapt to. And after last season, we had the whole mantra of just let Russ cook. And we saw that through the first half of the season where he was just flinging that thing downfield, you know. But I'm believing the hype about what this new offensive coordinator can do for them. They're obviously getting another year at DK Metcalf, and another year at Tyler Lockett. You know, running backs by committee. You have a solid offensive line and a solid defense. They just paid Jamal Adams, and of course, you know what type of impact player he is. So I got the Seahawks coming out there too. Next up, Broncos Giants.
I'm gonna get a G-Man some love on this one. I ain't going to cut them no slack, but I feel like the Giants defense is just gonna be strong and tough this year. I feel like that's gonna be a big, strong front for them. It's gonna cause Teddy Bridgewater and a lot of trouble. And the thing about that defense is they have one of the strongest secondaries in the league, and that's going to be needed against the Broncos with all the wide receivers and tight ends they got over there. So that's really going to help them on the back end. But it's always going to come down to who is at quarterback for the Giants this year. And I feel like this year for the Giants, it's going to look a lot like it looked for the Jets last year. And y'all going to have to make the decision year 3. This is not our guy. We're going to have to brace to go get one of the top quarterbacks in this draft. I feel like the Giants win this game though, start off strong, but this season for the Giants is gonna be a bad one. I feel like they're gonna lose a lot of games. They have a lot of high hopes for the season because of what that defense is, but Daniel Jones is gonna come up letting them down a lot this year.
And I was thinking about this the other day. Like this Giants season and Sam Darnold's last season with us they're eerily similar.
I've been telling my brother this for the whole off season, bro. I'm like, I know how this feels, bro. Like this is what's coming for you, bro.
Yes, just expect disappointment because both squads, they spend money in the off season, getting wide receivers, trying to get offensive line depth, try to beef up the defense as much as possible. Ultimately, we start off 0-8. 0-8. And Giants, again, like that defense will keep them in games. But I don't trust Daniel Jones to really be that guy for the future. I just don't see it at all. And I just wonder if they're in a position after 8 games and they're 2-6, 3-5, should they just, I know they're not going to because Joe Judge isn't that type of coach. Like he flat out simply isn't going to punt on a season halfway through. He's going to play every single game like it's his last. He's going to coach every single game like it's his last. But if I'm Dave Gettleman, knowing that my job is potentially on the line this year, I'm gonna say, hey, we might want to rest some guys. His ankle's not feeling too good. Okay, let's rest it just for the next 2 games. That's it. Like I would truly think about having to punt the season and trying to see if we can get Spencer Rattler, Sam Howell, somebody.
With that, you run the risk of upsetting your all-pro, all probably future Hall of Famer running back who probably is not going to go for none of that shit. And be like, yo, if y'all running this tank shit, I'm running out of here. I'll be out. You can trade me. And that could be a possibility for them to happen if they try to run that route, because I don't see Saquon Barkley wanting to sit out another year after he just was out with his ACL. Like, oh, you twisted your ankle a little bit, Saquon? You could sit down for some game. No, I'm good. I want to play. He tore his quad mid-season and came back 4 weeks faster than he was supposed to. So you think he's going to really want to tank for you guys? No. He's a baller. He wants to be out there, and he's going to try to will them to the win as much as he can this season. I'm excited for him. I feel like he's going to have a great season. But like you said, I think they're going to come to a point where I'm like, yeah, we're going to need to tank, and they're going to have a talk with him. And he might be like, all right, if that's the way y'all going, I'll just want to go for a contender.
I think Dave Gettleman might entertain that.
Like the Ravens, they do need a running back. Me and Lamar would be something special. You could try to trade me.
Oh my God, that would be insane. That would be absolutely insane. Okay, let's get into the Ravens real quick. Wow, just if you're a Ravens fan, I'm praying for you right now.
Yeah.
Wow, lose your 3 running backs, 2 of them to an ACL tear, 1 of them to an Achilles injury, and now you're relying on a rookie running back to start the season. We always have this, this conversation about how running backs are a dime a dozen. You can get away with having 2 or 3 guys in your life, having a running back by community. You don't need a quote unquote elite running back, to be effective in the offense. And Baltimore has shown that. But you still need some talent. You don't need superstar talent, but you still need some talent on there. And when the fourth guy on the depth chart is now all of a sudden starting week 1, I I have some concerns about that. And I feel bad for Lamar, too, because not all of his receivers are healthy going to week 1. Rashad Bateman is going to miss a couple weeks. We still don't know what's the word with Sammy Watkins and whether he's going to be good to go on Monday. And then Marquise Brown, he was dealing with something. I don't know if he's going to be back at all. So it's like on offense, it's really going to have to be the Lamar Jackson show.
Lamar is going to be looking like a live rendition of Madden every week, every Sunday for the near future. It's going to be like, I got to run. It's going to be the Mike Vick experience. It's going to be Lamar running around.
But the occasional touchdown pass to Mark Andrews.
Right, and that's all it's going to be. Now he's going to have 1,000 and probably 1,500 rushing yards this year.
They're just gonna line him up in the Wildcat every single possession.
I'm praying for that man, bro. Because I like Lamar. He's the streets quarterback, bro. We need him to win, bro. Like Patrick Mahomes is the corporate quarterback for all the little kids, but every kid in the trenches, they look up to Lamar Jackson. Like all the corporate white suburban kids, they got the Patrick Mahomes jersey. Every kid in the trenches got that number 8 Baltimore jersey on, bro. So we need Lamar to stay protected. So Baltimore, y'all better get him right, bro, because we need him in the culture, bro.
Facts. If you bet the over for the Ravens, you bet the Ravens to win the AFC North. I feel so bad for you.
AFC, I wasn't betting them to win, even if they
had.
But
some people were saying, "Hey, honestly, I think this is good because they have because they have a solid defense. They were expecting a big year out of Lamar in terms of passing, and obviously, like the injuries to J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and Justice Hill just came out of nowhere. They weren't expecting that at all, but they talked themselves into that.
I always looked at this division with the Browns at number 1 and then the Ravens and then the Steelers probably there. But now I feel like the Steelers might take a jump ahead of them. And then they just be battling with the Steelers all season for that little last wild card. Because I don't think this year all 3 of them is going to make it to the playoffs. I feel like now with all this, one of them is falling out of the playoffs this year. And the Jets is taking that spot.
Why not? Why not, bro? Why not? I think the Ravens going to end up winning about 7 or 8 games this year with the injuries that they got. Defense will keep them in games, but at some point or another, like where you're going against Kansas City, where you're going against the Browns, who have a great defense and also a great offense, and even the Steelers, who can put up 25 to 27 points on you on a good day. Like they're gonna be playing catch up a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, early on in the season when you don't have your quality wide receiver,
playing catch up, scrambling every play is crazy. Like,
but he might give us some spectacular highlights. No, through all this, he might give us some legendary highlights.
Yeah, that bro, he's in a psycho chamber right now preparing for this season. He's like, yo, LeBron, what was them early days in Cleveland like? I need to know. He's hitting up everybody that was a one-man show before. He's like, let me know how to do this.
All right, let's move on, bro. We got the Packers and the Saints. Aaron Rodgers coming back last days. Taking on James Winston and the Saints.
I got my boy Jameis winning this one. I love Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has always been my GOAT, but I feel like Jameis is going to come out with a point to prove in this first game, slinging it. And I feel like he's going to throw for at least maybe 300 and at least 3 touchdowns. I feel like Sean Payton going to open up that playbook for Jameis. And with Bakhtiari still out, I feel like that's going to cause some trouble with Cam Jordan, causing pressure like the Bucs were on the playoffs last year for Aaron Rodgers. And I don't know how it's going to look in that first game. So I got the Saints winning this one. It's going to be a close game, but I got the Saints winning.
I got the Saints. We got the Saints. I got the Packers winning. I got the Packers with that. I just believe in A-Rod. Jameis, this will be a fun year for Jameis. The Jameis experiment. He just had LASIK surgery. They're saying, oh wait, that could potentially be the reason why he threw 30 interceptions 2 years ago. It's because he couldn't see his receivers of the D-backs. We'll see what that happens. I do have faith in Jameis. I think he's going to have a good year under Sean Payton. They're going to struggle offensively, I think, just because Michael Thomas is not going to be there. They're relying on Callaway as their deep threat. So we'll see what happens with that. Alvin Kamara, we already know what he is. He's going to do Alvin Kamara things. So I don't have a issue with. I don't think from that standpoint, cause for concern. But I think they'll be all right for the most part. Again, the A-Rod offense, scorched earth, like he's coming for blood this season.
I got them in the Super Bowl. I definitely got them in the Super Bowl. I just don't got them winning this game. I feel like Jameis is gonna shock the world. I feel like he's ready to have a coming out party again. He's ready to rebrand himself.
The rebrand of Jameis Winston is hilarious. I cannot wait. He's now in Louisiana. Oh my god. I love it. Anyway, moving on. Browns and Chiefs. Playoff matchup from last year as the first game of the season for these two guys. What's it looking like? Pat Baker.
I'm rocking with Pat. I feel like, no cap, I feel like I've been hearing Chris Broussard say this a lot on the air all week. I feel like the Chiefs are going to look like a lot like the 2014 Spurs this year, bro. I just feel like they're on demon time, not really ready to play games with nobody. Like, they mad. Like, you could just tell how they revamped that line this offseason, bro. They was like, we know what the fuck the problem was. We fixed it, and now we about to show y'all that's the problem. And come run that shit back. And I think they want the Bucs in the Super Bowl. Like, we don't want the Packers. We don't want nobody else. We want the Bucs. We want to run this shit back to really show y'all when we got everybody here, y'all can't fuck with us. And I feel like that's just Pat and all the Chiefs going to be on their mind this year. I think Tyreek Hill got that picture of Winfield up in his fucking room with the two fingers in the Super Bowl. He got that shit up in his room every night. Like, yeah, we're going to run that shit back again, bro. So I got the Chiefs might win a lot of games this year. I don't see them losing too many games this year, bro. I feel like they might win at least 15, 14 games this year.
I think they're going to run the table too. I say north of 12, 13 games. I'll put them right around there. But for the Browns, I think the Browns defense is going to come out and make a statement in this first game. I don't think this is going to be a blowout by any means. I think it's going to be a relatively close game throughout it. I feel like this might come down to the last one or two possessions for both teams.
This is definitely my AFC Championship preview.
Yeah, if you bet this, you're in good hands with that. I think this is what's going to be as well. I'm just really looking forward to what that defense is going to show on the Brown side, but also for the offense too, what Baker's going to be, because this is his contract year. He's eligible for a contract extension. Just saw Josh Allen get paid a whole lot of money, so he's going to come out to fire on all cylinders, trying to make it just as much, if not more.
Yeah, and I just know that boy 1-3 is coming back with a vengeance this year.
So. That's the thing. Odell is coming back. People, I don't think, are factoring that enough. People have a lot of guys. They have the whole narrative about, oh, Baker was force feeding Odell. Odell's a diva. He was wanted all those guys. I don't think that was the case whatsoever for him at all. I think the numbers explain that. Hey, remember, last season was a really weird season. Guys weren't in the same room. They couldn't build the same type. Quarterbacks and wide receivers couldn't build the same type of chemistry as they normally would in a regular training camp session and a normal off season. Now they have that underneath their belt. I think we're going to see the return of Odell in a big way.
Yeah, he's been the league's been sleeping on him for about 3 years. He's ready to wake everybody back up, put him back in that top receiver conversation, because when he's at his best, he's a top 3 receiver, no doubt.
Yeah, just people are quick to forget that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, I think he's gonna have a big year. He's gonna have a big year and put a lot of people back on notice about who he is.
Yeah, and that's the main part why I have them as my AFC Championship pick, because one of my AFC Championship picks. I feel like that defense is reloaded. Like, every level of the defense is just tough. Myles Garrett might get 20 sacks this year. I think JOK might be Defensive Rookie Player of the Year this year. And then you got that cornerback group is just ridiculous. So they got that. And then you got the tandem that nobody can stop, Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb in the backfield. So all you got to do is work in Jarvis and Odell with a play action scheme. And I feel like this offense is really unstoppable. It's going to mirror a lot of what I was saying with the Bucs. It's like you got to pick your poison. And it's going to be hard to pick and choose a lot of the time, because if you're going to try to press up, to guard the run, then Odell's over the top every single time. Nobody can guard him 1-on-1. So that's what's going to be scary about this offense.
Moving on, Dolphins Patriots. I have this one circled. I feel like we're gonna know how the AFC East is gonna be run off this game.
Yeah, it's a big game. I don't know. It's so iffy with me, but I feel like the Pats gonna win this game because I just feel like it's a lot of doubt on the Tua name right now. I don't understand why. Because I feel like he's gonna have a good game. But like it's so much pressure behind this. It's gonna be a good game. I feel like Bill Belichick's gonna send a lot of pressure at Tua a lot throughout this game. It's gonna fluster him. And I feel like after this game, everybody's gonna be like, see, Tua's a bust. Tua's a bust. I told you he needs to be out of here. Let's trade for Deshaun. Let's tank for whoever is next in line for us to tank for. Let's get rid of him, which I don't know why. But I feel like Tua's gonna have a great season. But I feel like Belichick is going to start that Tua hate train real early this year. So I got the Pats flustering Tua in this game.
I can see it happen, but I'm going to take the Dolphins. I think Tua is just going to show out and have a great game. I think Jalen Waddle is going to end up with like 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Will Fuller is going to take one over the top. Tua's going to find him. And also really true, Tua's going to have a great season too. But Bill Belichick, he's definitely going to be calling Nick Saban and be like, hey, what's the word on Tua? Like, what gets him right?
Well, he's going to call Mac Jones and be like, yo, what's the word on this guy? Like, yo, Mac, what's everything he does in practice? Tell me his habits, what he does, what he doesn't like, and I'm going to throw all that shit out. He has a fucking backup right in his room. So, like, if you give Bill Belichick your backup, he's going to know everything about you. Like Bill Belichick knows what Tua likes to eat for dinner. Like
I still believe in Tua.
He had all off season to prepare for this game, Justin. This is Bill Belichick the demon we're talking about. Preparing to
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I understand that's Bill Belichick. I understand that this is going to be a good defense for Pats. But again, I think Tua is just going to shock the world and just deliver them that first L. That's just what I believe. I'm riding with my guy. I'm riding with him.
You got the Patriots starting off 0-2, possibly 0-3 heading into that big game of the year against the Bucs.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a game. If you if Tom coming there 0-3 and them niggas is 3-0, Tom might just not even play that game. Like, y'all want me to play against these bum ass niggas? I'm not doing it. Yo, Kyle Trask, don't run against him.
I really want me to show against
Okay.
Disrespect.
No, but I think that might be the game that the Bucs might lose, actually, though. I ain't going to cap. I feel like the Bucs might lose that one. I feel like Bill Belichick
we'll see.
Depends on that game.
Oh, yeah. In terms of the legacy, yeah. We'll talk about once we get – we'll talk about that once we actually get there.
Yeah, when we get that.
Yeah, the legacy is definitely right.
A lot of footage on what these teams look like by then.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on, bro. There's really only 2 other games that I really have interest. That's Cardinals Titans. Expecting a big year out of Kyler. He had a good year last year, but he didn't really take the leap that like myself and a lot of the guys were expecting. Has a revamped offense. Got AJ Green there, Andy Isabella. Also got the speedy slot receiver Rondale Moore there too. Defense is still solid. They're a frisky, feisty team, the NFC West.
Yeah, I think that's the best division in the NFL. I feel like the NFC West this year is going to be the toughest division to win in, and it's really going to be make or break for. I feel like a head coach for the Cardinals this year. His name is slipping my mind right now, but I feel like it's make or break for him this year because Cliff Kingsbury. So. You in college, we seen you had the greatest quarterback of all time. You couldn't win. You get the number 1 quarterback in the draft, and your offense, you're supposed to be an offensive guru. It's been looking real stagnant these past 2 years. So it's going to be a lot like how everybody's looking at the Giants and Dane Jones this year. They're going to be looking at Cliff Kingsbury and the Cardinals this year. We're not getting rid of Kyler. We know Kyler has the talent, but we might get rid of you. You might not just be the guy for this job, and we just got to move on.
After this year, Chiefs win Eric Bieniemy to Arizona head coach.
Somebody better hire Eric Bieniemy, man. Like I'm getting upset at this point, bro. Like it's a couple coaches. I'm like, nigga, you should not be having a job right now over Eric Bieniemy, bro. But I could see that happening, or I could also see Lincoln Riley finally be like, all right, I'm done with the college stuff. Cliff Kingsbury couldn't do it, but I got Kyler a Heisman and a #1 pick, so like I think I could do a little better with him. Let me get that job and see what he would do. And I feel like Kyler be comfortable with that over Eric Bieniemy. Like, all right, this is a coach I'm familiar with. If y'all really want to, if y'all have faith in me, we're gonna build around me. This is a perfect way to build around me, and I feel like that can work. So it's either between those two guys for the next coaching job for them. But I feel like if they end around, say they won only 5 or 6 games this year, I think Cliff is out the door.
Yeah, this is a make or break season for Cliff Kingsbury. Already had a couple of years underneath the belt. Really hadn't done much. I mean, you've had about 500 seasons in the years that you've been head coach here with Kyler. We got this unbelievable talent, a guy that can be a top 5 quarterback in the league. You know, the air raid from college to the NFL, at least in Arizona, just hasn't, fully flourished the way that a lot of people were expecting, especially him as well.
Especially when you had the greatest quarterback of all time again in college for 3 years and you couldn't produce anything with that. So just like, fam, at a certain point, it's like, you're not that guy.
You have a great house, though.
Yeah, your house is
a great house where a Marvel.
I want to Airbnb there one day when you get kicked out. That's what I'm going to slide up to that house. I'm like, yo, this is where Cliff Kingsbury used to live. He don't live here no more, though.
You don't live here no more. So we both have got the Cardinals over the Titans.
Yeah, I got the Cardinals winning that one.
All right, last game, Sunday Night Football, prime time, Bears Rams.
The Rams is my NFC championship pick against the Packers, and I got the Rams winning this game because Andy Dalton is not equipped to get away from Aaron Donald, and that's point blank, period. And that's just what the fuck this game is going to come down to. Is just Aaron Donald is just going to be a force that you cannot fuck with, and he's going to cause havoc. And around the second half, if this game was at Soldier Field, we would be hearing the fans cheer for Justin Fields to come on the field. But since it's at SoFi Stadium, they're going to have a pass. He's going to be on his ass a lot, and it might be a blowout. But I got the Rams winning, and by a lot. No, low key, high key.
This might be the first blowout. This might be the first and only blowout of this Sunday's schedule. Looking at the rest of these matchups, I don't see too many. I don't see a blowout at all, except for potentially this one. And I'm just excited to see Matthew Stafford just sling that thing all over the field.
See my boy Deshaun, how he's looking. See Cup, how he's. It's gonna be exciting, and just to see that defense. That defense is just so tough because you have 2 like unstoppable forces that you gotta be aware of at all times on the field. And Andy Dalton is not a quarterback that can be aware of what Aaron Donald's doing and where's Jalen Ramsey out on the field, so I can make sure not to throw it around his way. And Andy Dalton's not going to be able to handle what those 2 guys are going to bring. And the Rams are going to run them off the field on Sunday night. So it's going to be an early night for a lot of football fans that night. We can probably turn that game off at halftime.
I might still be tuned in just for Matt Stafford. That's it. That's the only reason why I might still be tuned in.
But they said they're going to try to use Justin Fields in situations. So we might see Justin Fields out there.
In situations. Oh, okay. If Kyle Shanahan was head coach, I would believe it. Matt Nagy, I don't know.
It's like Matt Nagy, but I get it. I wouldn't want to put Justin Fields out here for this first game.
Oh, well,
yeah, I wouldn't.
It's totally understandable.
Yeah, like we're gonna sacrifice Andy Dalton for this game. Like we're gonna sacrifice you, bro.
You're not gonna put your franchise quarterback under center with Aaron Donald looking him opposite of him. You're not doing that for his first
NFL game. That's not going to work well for the boy
at all. And also, Jalen Ramsey is also on Allen Robinson too. So there's like your number 1 is going to struggle to get open. So good luck with that. Like no, they're not doing that. Yeah, should he start the next game? Yeah,
he's going to start.
Justin Fields really.
Yeah.
Like realistically, Justin Fields should start like by week 4 or week 5. Realistically, he should.
Yeah, I think because they got a lot of heavy pass rushers in these first few games. I feel like they're just gonna sacrifice Andy for these games, and then the fans is gonna be like, "We want Justin," and the Bears like, "We do too. We just letting this play out a little bit, my guy."
Take these hits so Justin doesn't have to play these things. We'll pay you the extra bonus. We'll keep your contract fully guaranteed. Just take these hits, please.
Bro. Bad.
Sunday football cannot wait. It's just back. You cannot see what plays, what highlights are going to be made, the narrative, storylines are going to be.
After this, the narratives died. This is where the real comes out. Like all the off season, who the experts thought were the guy, it all gets revealed now. Who was really putting in that work? It shows this week. And the next 3 weeks, the real get weeded out. Like, oh, we weren't doing shit. We're going to be a bad team this year. Like, by week 2, I knew the Jets were going to be ass last year. Like it was clear to see that we were not doing
As a fact.
Like, oh, we're not getting any movement on offense. It's okay. Yeah, this is the death for us this year.
Remember, I kind of said, bro, we're not going on 16, bro.
We had the Trevor Lawrence graphic at week 3, bro. We had like a week 4 Monday Night Football. That's when they were talking about Trevor Lawrence, bro. Like, I knew how this was going, bro. So like, by week 4, the Giants will know it's time to give it up on him, and a lot of teams will know. And I feel like Tua by week 4 is gonna come out and be like, "Nah, I'm him. I'm really him. Like, stop playing with me."
Yeah, we'll know by like week 4 to week 6. Like a lot of these quarterbacks we have questions about, like Tua, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray to some degree, like if they're going to be the real deal.
Yeah, and Zach Wilson gonna be Justin Herbert of last year, bro. Like he's gonna be the kid everybody was talking. Oh, we didn't know he was that guy. We didn't know Justin Herbert was. I was like, no, Justin Herbert would look nice as hell in those highlights. Like a lot of people should have known he was that guy, but we were sleeping on him because he didn't go to Alabama or wasn't fucking all the people everybody was waiting for. Joe Burrow, he didn't have the greatest college football season of all time, so we're not gonna talk about him, but. Justin Herbert clearly looked better than everybody in the draft to me last year. And Zach Wilson kind of looks better clearly than everybody in the draft this year. So it's just like their season is going to mirror. And I feel like Elijah Moore's season is going to mirror a lot of what Justin Jefferson's season was last year.
Yeah, like Zach, it's either him or Field as far as like 2 most talented quarterbacks in this draft. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for as Jets fans, to have a Justin Herbert-esque season out of Zach. I think we will get that. No, it might not result in a lot of wins, but at the same time, I'm saying, why can't it? Like,
but the Chargers, they weren't winning a lot of games, but they were in a lot of games. Like a lot of those games they lost was a 1-possession game, most of them. And I feel like that's what our season is going to look like. A lot of 1-possession games. It's not going to be too many blowouts for us this year.
Yeah, and that's all we could really hope for. Just be competitive and just show the quarterback is developing well. And all the rest of our young players are developing well. That's it. That's all we can ask for. So anyway, bro, so I was online the other day, right? This week, just going through. I found this really interesting story about someone who needs advice on their kids, bro. Let me just read it to you, bro. It says, I'm a 19-year-old stud dating a 46-year-old divorced woman. She got 3 kids, 1 boy, 23, and 2 girls, 20 and 25. The problem is these kids don't respect me as their father, especially the youngest, who is 20. Wait. I really love my kids, but how do I make them respect me? They think I'm only after her money, but she's the only woman that I really connect with on a spiritual and emotional level. I moved out of my father's home last year, been staying on my own for a while now. But I'm thinking about moving in with her next month, but I'm scared of my stepkids. I've tried reading a lot of parenting books and still not getting any answers. How do I make these kids love me?
Wow. Can you repeat the ages to me? And did they say gender as well with that?
Yes. So the divorced 46-year-old, she has 3 kids, a boy who's 23 and 2 girls, 20 and 25. The person asking this question is 19 years of age.
My nigga. Because they graduated when you were started fucking with their mom. That's why they don't respect you, my G. Like what? Like
I had to do a double take on this story, and honestly, I question if this is really real. I honestly do.
like,
Because there's no way in the hell you're really asking, how do I make these kids respect me when you're the youngest out of all?
You're the kid. You're the kid in this situation, my G. This is why I always wondered what I would do if my mom brought back somebody that was younger than me, bro. Cause you're not gonna date my fucking mom, bro. Like it's not happening, bro. I'm gonna beat your fucking ass and you getting out of here, bro. And you're a stud at that, bro. Like no disrespect to the studs, bro, but you're a 19-year-old stud. You're probably fresh into the stud world, bro. Like it takes a minute for y'all to come out. So you probably newly fresh and you're pulling my mom, my nigga. Like, first of all, mom, what are you this desperate right now, my nigga? Like, it's mad successful studs out here. You could have dated the brat, like mad niggas I would have been comfortable with, bro. But a 19-year-old fresh out of high school, I'm a college graduate. I'm probably all of them are college graduates. They 23 and up, bro. So it's like, what is going on here, bro? Like, I don't get it. This has to be fake because why? What are you confused about in this situation? If your dad brought home a 16-year-old girl to the crib, it's like, yo, this is your new mom, you would be like, what the fuck are you talking about, mama? My G? Like, no. Like you garner respect by saying, it's no way you get respect from this situation. I have no advice for this this young lady. Like there is be their dad, my nigga. That's the first part.
There's not. There's no answer to give that will actually help you in this situation because the kids are never going to respect you whatsoever. Yo. You're 19 dating a 46-year-old and my siblings are like 20, 25. Like all of us are graduating. You're our cousin essentially. You're the cousin that we grew up with, seeing our family reunion tea in there. Like, that's who you are to us. So, no, you're not getting respected at all whatsoever. And don't refer to me as your child. Don't refer to me as your stepchild whatsoever. I'm not going to call you dad. Don't ever ask me that ever. Like, listen, like, I would really appreciate, like, you know, if you could show me some more respect, you know, just call me what I am. Oh, what are you? And you know, your stepfather, get the fuck out of my face. my stepfather, get the fuck out of my face. No, not at all. Like,
it was like a lost high school kid coming to the crib or some shit. Like like, mom, is it trick or treaters here? Like, what was this little nigga at the door right now, bro? Like, why are you here? Like, hey, go to college, bro. Like, do something with your life. Why are you trying to settle down and raise 25-year-olds? We don't need to be raised. We don't even live here, bro.
Why are you trying to settle down with a 46-year-old too? On top of that, you're 19. Fam. All right, so you're newly into the stud game, right? You're finally comfortable about being yourself and being out in the open as a stud at 19, right? Embrace that shit. You're in your 20s. Live that single lifestyle as a stud for the next 5-6 years. Why are you trying to settle down with a 46-year-old? Why?
Like, shit, try to finesse the three-way with her 2 daughters, my nigga. If you're really trying to go crazy, like, if you really about this life, if you want to say, oh, I'm the biggest, baddest stud at 19, I bagged a 45-year-old with 3 kids and I had them little niggas that's older than me calling me daddy. I'm that nigga. Then really go out there and try to fuck the daughter. Try to fuck both daughters. Try to fuck the mom and go crazy with this stud life, bro. Because, first of all, you giving out dick that's not even yours. Like, it doesn't deplete. It doesn't go down. You could go all day, all night, go crazy. So you trying to settle down in your first early stages of this shit, bro. It's something off with her. She was in love, bro. And she's searching from love from kids that are not her kids that is older than her, bro.
I mean, it did say that they left their foster home, like, last year. So they left their foster home at 18, 19 years old.
So she's a foster child. Okay. Fatherless. I get it. It makes sense now. It makes sense why she's lost, but don't run to the internet and ask for help. My nigga, like,
that's the worst place you could go. That's the worst place.
Like my advice is find a new shorty that preferably younger, my nigga. Like if you want to get into the Cougar game, you can't start at the highest level of Cougar, bro. It's levels to this shit. If you're 19, start with somebody that's like 27, 28, 30, bro. Start at that level. So when you get around 20, when you're around your 27 age and you in that Cougar game, then you fuck with a bitch that's 45. Cause then her kids are gonna be younger than you. That's when you can garner respect, okay? You could tell a little 17-year-old, shut the fuck up and put your dick in your mom, nigga. You ain't gonna do nothing about it.
That's not even mine.
You could choke a nigga like Melvin and Baby Boy. Right? Like, that's what she wanted to be. She wanted to be that nigga. Like, she was Baby Boy. Like, that's what I want in my life. I don't want to be.
She wanted to be Melvin. Melvin was her inspo. No, Melvin being inspo that's fucking crazy.
Yo, Melvin as a character is one of the, like, I don't understand what his grimace, what his point in life was, bro. Why do you have smoke with me? I should have smoke with you, bro. You are smashing my mom. You cannot just come up and choke me for no reason, bro. Like, what the?
And we're talking about the justification for not breaking my little ass over because you have respect for that woman.
And the only respect is that she has the wop because she got the wedding. That's the respect. That's the respect, bro.
Nah, bro. Nah. This story is hilarious. This story is crazy. Yeah, honestly, you're gonna have to find some help elsewhere because you're not gonna. I'm just simple playing. Like, you're not gonna get it from there. Oh my God.
I just wonder how Thanksgivings go for her, and she must hate that shit. Because when all the old aunties come in and shit and start be like, why are you not at the kids' table? Like, somebody probably sent her to the kids' table at Thanksgiving and she lost it. She's like, I am the head of this household, matter of fact.
No, you're not.
She moved you in. Like, what? This house is older than you. She's owned this house more than you've been alive. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
you do not pay a single bill in this house. You be chilling most of the day.
All you do is fuck my mom with a strap on it. That's why you stay here. Like, that's the only reason why. Like, it's real spicy. Like, you, it's really a fuck. You, like, I can't really explain that, bro. Like,
anyway, bro, do you have a wild story, bro, that you came across?
I do have a wild story. It's more like a post, bro, from it used to be one of our favorite pages, but we know what happened with him, bro. But Justin LeBoy, he got back into a bag that I used to like from him, bro. Let me just go to the post exactly.
He started recently, like last week. He started getting back into.
I think since Drake sent a shot at him on CLB, he was like, okay, I'm falling off. Like, okay, I've may have chosen the wrong side of this battle, and now Drake has the girls on his side again. And I noticed that the girls slipped away, so I just gotta get back into my shit. But what did he say? The hardest thing in a relationship is pretending that your girlfriend's pussy is good.
That's wild. That is wild.
I just it's wild, but it's a true situation that a lot of men oftentimes find themselves in, bro. And it's tough. It's tough because, like, you love the personality. Like, you was a real ass nigga. You was my dog. You was a real, you funny as hell. We kick it, nigga. We go everywhere together. You was my dog. But month 1, month 2, this shit was wet. It was wetty. It was going crazy. Around month 6, 7, you like, what is this? Like, and you can't. That's where what do we say? Why is your pussy not wet anymore? Why is it not wet anymore? And one of my first exes, it was actually brought up to this point. I said, yo, she was like, why did you start cheating on me? I'm like, I'm not gonna cap. That shit was dried in a desert for at least 3 to 4 months, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I had to seek guidance outside of this relationship with a person with the wedding. And she said, "Well, my vagina was wet because you were cheating on me." And I said, "I didn't cheat until this shit became dry. So what is the real issue here?" So when you in situations like that, I feel like it's right to leave outside of a relationship to get that wetness. Because do you really want to sit up and tell your girl I'm breaking up with you because your pussy is dry as shit? Like that's when I want women to be honest. What would you rather hear? Would you rather hear that I'm fucking another girl, or would you rather come to me in the middle of the bed, yo, your pussy is dry as shit?
girls are always gonna preach that honesty. Like, just be straight with me, tell me the truth, and all that. But like, same thing. Like when we talked about like a couple pod episodes ago, like what guys, same thing. Like, no, like we may tell you to tell me the truth. We don't want to know.
Like, and on the flip, would you want a bitch to say, yo, your dick is small as shit, it's trash as fuck? Or would you just want her to fuck another nigga and you just find out she fucked another nigga and that's just that? You break your heart that way. Nigga, okay, you fuck that other nigga, that's that. But you tell me my dick is small and trash as fuck, I'm gonna be heartbroken for 7 years. Like, no.
Right, exactly. All right, so boom, that's it right there, bro. One way you do it, bro, is like, okay, my heart is gonna be broken. I'm gonna be in my bag for a minute, but I'm gonna get over this. But like, if you tell me that, okay, I'm no longer able to sexually please you, I don't know if I don't know if I can recover from that now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to recover from that.
Exactly. Like when I'm about to go to the dick trainer, like the dick Olympics, some shit, nigga. Like the fuck am I about to do? Like I have to train outside of this relationship, I guess, because it's not working for you. So I gotta go train somewhere else. Is that guys for me? Can I cheat now to go get my shit up? Right? Like what?
Let's go get my game up real quick. I gotta go to the gym.
Yeah, you didn't know why these back shots was
the woman I'm seeing.
Yeah, you were wondering why these back shots is hitting crazy because I'm cracking Keisha's shit every Thursday night, and she really putting that force into me, my nigga. She got more ass than you. I gotta resist more, so that's why I'm coming back to you with the power shots, my nigga. So you better thank Keisha because she's pleasuring you too right now on the high. Like they don't understand how side chicks are so important to the main relationship, bro. Like the main chick will never understand that, bro. Like this is the reason why I haven't cursed you out for 3 months, my nigga. Like she's the reason why like she is the reason why, bro. Like you wonder why I become.
She prevents a lot of fights in this relationship. Like cool, she's the reason why I don't bring up certain shit in this relationship. She's like our couples therapist.
That's really what she is. You just don't know about it. When you break down the side chick and that's what they really be, bro. They be like your therapist on the side, bro. And I feel like in today's age, bro, everybody is doing this shit, bro. Like I don't trust what nobody say, bro. Niggas with girlfriends be hitting me up. I be hitting up niggas' girlfriends up. Like niggas be cheating on their girls. So it's happening everywhere, bro. So I feel like you might just need that one on the side. And back to my point, maybe we don't need to be with a one-person relationship. But in my relationship, I'm going to be the only one doing that shit. Toxic tie, in effect. I just popped up out of nowhere, nigga. Yes, nigga. You thought I was getting to a profound point? No. Same back on that fuck shit. Oh, bro. Speaking of that. Bro,
at least he's honest about it.
At least I'm honest. But speaking of that, bro, did you see that video of that poor man on that boat? And I believe it's probably Miami with him and his girl.
Yeah. Homeboy was on the boat, party with his friends, had his girl on there. Homeboy pulled over with the jet ski, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go ride on the back of this stranger's jet ski." Dude, like, what? You about to do what? No, you're not about to do that. Why can't I? Because if I was to do that with a girl, you'd be cussing me the fuck out. And she still went anyway.
That video just shows you that women are more not shit than men, bro. Like I'm telling you, like from the Jazz and Sullivan stories I brought up last week to this, it just shows you that when women do the toxic shit, it's worse, bro. So like for all this shit, y'all made us like this. We had to be this hardcore because y'all are really the demons, bro. Like we're defending ourselves against you because you can bold face lie on the middle of our vacation trip, get in a get on the back of a jet ski with another nigga and sit here and debate me about it on camera, bro, in front of all our friends and in front of this nigga. Like, what type of shit is this, bro? Like, bro, let that situation get out of hand, bro. I would have kicked her off the boat, man. Like, it was too much talking going on for me, bro. Like, you was getting kicked off the boat and you wasn't coming back, man. Like, I would, your bags would have been outside the hotel room. Flight would have been canceled. I would have flew out with another bitch, man. I would have took a random Miami bitch back to wherever we came from. Like, and she's taking your spot in my life. Like, oh, I hope Mr. Jet Ski Man was worth it, bro. Like, I hope he got more than that jet ski, no cap.
That's wild. And I don't see like the angle of like how you could defend that, bro. Like defend like her actions. Just like, okay, they're from the video, it seems like they're in an established relationship. If not established relationship, everybody on that boat knows that they're with each other in some type of capacity. They may have not put a label on it, but they have definitely slept with each other.
Yes.
Like that is happening, right? And everybody knows that. So for the woman to again know this knowledge in front of everybody, just to say, oh, like, why can't I go on this thing? Why can't I go on this jet ski with this random stranger who's offered me a ride?
That's, you know, like, brother, you know what that is that I learned last year that the women say I do? That is called gaslighting. You are trying to force a problem saying that it's not, you're trying to create this situation and minimize it. You're trying to make it seem like, oh, this is not really a big deal. So when I respond, I look like the crazy nigga on camera. But no, you know this is a big deal because, like he said, if I was with a girl on the back of a jet ski with a fat ass in Miami, I was like, yo, come on, get on the jet ski. You'd be like, what the hell are you doing right now? Like, are you dumb? You would probably slap the fuck out of her and she didn't even say yes. You would just slap her for no reason. You would put hands on her. That's where you would go to it. I'm just saying, yo, why are you doing? I'm trying to be calm and civil right now because, you know, I can really turn this whole boat up real quick in 10 seconds. So just chill out. Like, you know me. That's what I would have said. Like, you know me. Like, why is you playing, bro? Like, you know me. Like, get the fuck back off the boat. Right? Like, what is we doing? But she gaslit that man that whole video, and I don't see the community of women like stop the gaslighting. Why would this be a problem? Is a question that I don't like, man. Like, you know why this would be a problem. Like, do not ask me that, bro. Like, that just triggered the hell out of me when you said it again, bro. Like, that's one of the worst questions in the middle of a relationship argument that you can hear, bro. When they know why the fuck it would be a problem. Like.
If you know it would be a problem, if you know I would take issue with it, why are you still doing that just to cause conflict?
Like,
why are we
liking bitches pictures that had the ass out all on my Instagram feed, and my girl showed me this, and I used to be like, why would this be a problem? I knew why it would be a problem, my nigga. I understood it why it was being a problem, but I was just trying to flip that shit off of me, my nigga. Like, you can't trick a toxic nigga with the toxic tricks, bro. I know all the playbook. Like, that's why I'm a dangerous type, because like you can't flip that shit on me, bro. Like, I will play the victim card fast as hell. I mean, like you're gaslighting me. Like, everything y'all do to me, I'm gonna flip that shit because it should work both ways. Am I right? Like, if we gonna use this victim shit, it should work both ways. If we want this equality, we gotta do it both ways, and that's what the Silky Boys podcast is here to prove with exposing niggas ain't shit, and we expose that the women are not shit as well. It's a whole ain't shit community out here, and we bring stories from both sides and share them to the people, bro. Like, it's never too heavy on one side because we could bring up a story, talk about how a nigga loved this girl so much and named the daughter after him. We could talk about mad stories on here that we brought up where the niggas are not doing wrong. So don't make it seem like we just bash women, but in this situation, she was dead ass wrong.
Right. At the end of the day, we like both of us gonna preach like actually accountability and just like we're gonna provide for one side, not the other. Like, the ancient community isn't just like, it's not, what's the word I'm looking for?
Gender exclusive.
It's not gender exclusive.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not gender exclusive at all whatsoever. But also another point I want to bring up with that video too, like there's also an angle about the friends too on the boat as well. The friends as well on the boat. So okay.
They're not even his friends, bro.
Like at all. Like what? Like why am I? And like I'm not even speaking specifically from like guys, and I'm specifically speaking from those girls' end. Okay, if you know that your girl is messing around with this dude and he seems like he's gonna be down, y'all are involved, whatever, in some way, shape, or form, why are you gonna let your girl go out and do? Why are you gonna let your girl gaslight him? Why are you gonna let your girl go ahead and do some toxic shit to him? Because at the end of the day, that's gonna come back on your girl. That one action is gonna result in an argument or something else that's gonna happen. And when she's calling you on the phone talking about, oh, he kicked me out of the hotel room, he's flying out today with another bitch or whatever, and you're supposed to be like, oh, like what the fuck?
No.
Like he ain't shit for that, all this other shit. Wait, what?
No, they're gonna be like, no, he's not shit. Oh, wait, actually, I'm gonna play with this nigga right now. I'm the bitch that he flew away with, cause that's what the fuck that shit always is, nigga. They trying to get you out of your spot, and y'all don't see it every single time. These female friends that y'all be saying is your friends, it's not your mans, bro. They are not your mans at all, bro. They be plotting on the downfall of any situationship, any relationship you trying to have. Some of them be gay on the low. Some of them want your man on the low. It'd be a mix of both. But I bet you in that situation, half of those girls was like, oh, why is she doing that? After she went on her jet ski excursion, the videos went off. You're like, I can't really believe she do that. She always wilding out. Like, I feel so bad for you. Like, you deserve so much better than you. And then it was the other one like, ha, you bum ass nigga. Ha, that's why when I get back to the room, I'm gonna eat your bitch pussy. Like, whoa. Like, whoa. Whoa. Like, chill out, mister, ma'am. Like,
Mr. Ma'am.
But yeah, bro, it's always the hate and friends. And that's 99% of the time of that. 95% of the time of downfall of relationships be the hate and that's friends in the corner, bro. Like, I just don't understand, bro. Like, that's why when girls have friends that be cool, bro, and rock with you, bro, and really become your bro at the end of the day, you gotta really appreciate those because you gotta weed out a lot of the fake ass ones that want to see you die, bro. And that's why always it was fun for me, bro, in my days when I was heavy into the cheating life, bro, is when I kept getting taken back, when I would show back up at the birthday parties, back up all the events when y'all thought I was done. No, I'm back again. You hating assholes. Yes, I seen the text messages. Y'all was talking shit about me. Like, I'm keeping that energy here. Nigga, I'm saying fuck you when I walk in this building. My nigga, like I'm walking in here with mad static. I'm not hiding this smoke. Nigga. Y'all be faking shit with y'all shit. Like, oh, Tyaire saying hi, Tyaire, how you doing? No, fuck that. What'd you say in the text message, my nigga? What'd you say in the group chat? Right.
Like, don't play that fake shit. Do not play that fake shit just because I'm in the room and all of a sudden you don't want to cause trouble. You don't want to make it seem like, no, keep that same energy. Like, okay, like, oh, really? You're going to say hi to my face and like ask about like how I'm doing and stuff like that.
Right.
Like, I know for a fact you don't really like me. Like, you called me, like, you said I wasn't shit. Like, I had
to tried to hook her up with another nigga, bro. Like, you tried to slide her with your bro. Like, I'm not with that goofy shit, bro. Like, nah, bro. I see what you was trying to do. No.
It's like it's not friendly over here on this side. Like I remember how it was, and be like, okay, cool, yeah. So that's how you feel. Okay, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah, bro. Like, and nah, bro. And I tell my girl that, like, fam, I don't fuck with your friend at all, bro. Like, I'm not gonna hide that shit. I would tell you dead ass. And if she come around, I'm gonna say that shit to her face. Like, I don't fuck with you. And I'll fuck the whole. But oh my gosh, I can't believe Tyaire just said that right now. I'm like, yeah, I said that shit. Right. I'll be comfortable in my shit.
Like I'm being real about it. I'm being upfront about this, just so you know where we stand on this shit, bro. Like
you go right back to the dinner and my chicken fingers. Like fuck it. Like is somebody gonna do something here? Like no. So what the fuck?
Like no, it's good. I'm just establishing this external relationship outside of the primary relationship right now. That's all I'm doing right now. That's all it is.
Exactly. So the next time she telling you, oh, we going out and Tyaire coming, you can stay your ass at home. So it can be no mistake. You don't have to do the fake shit. Just stay your dumb ass at home. Or sit your ass in the corner and be fake as hell. Because I'm going to come and be who the fuck I am. I'm not going to come with no fake energy. Everybody at this table going to know how I feel.
like it's mad funny. Like people want you to be fake just for the sake of like preserving like the calmness of the situation.
Bro, that shit be
just
mad
so shit doesn't spark no.
Like, no, that should be mad awkward. Everybody on their toes. No, I'm trying to enjoy whatever dinner we out here for, bro. Like, whatever event, like, we bowling, nigga. I'm not about to be tiptoeing around this little mad bitter bitch right now. No. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna be trying to like walk on eggshell like whenever I'm around there. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that at all. Like, the fuck? Like, no.
Bro. It's like, no, you know she's sensitive, you know this, and I don't care, bro. I'm not here to cater to niggas' emotions. She's not my girl. She got a man up, bro. And I especially hate when they have like a boyfriend, bro. Like, nigga, why am I talking to your girl right now, bro? Like, I should never be talking to your girl, be in the middle of an argument with your girl, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna argue with a girl, bro. If it's a problem, tell your man to come see what he got to say about me. If he's gonna sit over here like a punk, let him sit over there. But I'm not about to argue with you, bro. And that be a lot of times, bro. They be all yapping at the mouth and they little doofy ass boyfriend just sitting there not saying nothing, bro. I'm not doing this. I see what type of whip she got you on, my nigga, but I'm not one of those. Like, and that's what I be saying. I'm like, you can't talk to me like you talk to your weak ass boyfriend. You can't do that. Like, sorry. And that's really be the problem. They want a strong man in their life. They only take them submissive as weak niggas that they deal with all day. And then they see me and they're like, are you really want to be with? Are you girl? You really want to be with him? Are you sure? No. Yes, she's sure. It's me. I'm him. The fuck? The fuck? I'll be listening to too much Drake, man. Like, when I'm in my Drake bag, y'all gotta stay away from me. I'm like, it's a high level of toxicity flowing through my veins these past 2 weeks off this Drake album. Like, he feel me for the rest of the year or some shit.
No, he really did.
Like, I'm uncovering new bars every day. Like, I never seen a nigga layer so many different bars throughout an album. I'm like, nigga, how did you fit these bars in here, bro? Like, how many women actually hurt you that you have these many hurt nigga bars in your rap, bro? Like,
for real.
No, one of the funniest bars that I just gotta bring up because it's just been living on my mind, and you gotta give me an answer to this, bro. When Drake said it's the petty boys versus the pretty boys, what the fuck is he talking about, bro? Because Drake is both a petty boy and a pretty boy. So who the fuck are you talking about, Drake?
You know where it is? As pretty boy. Actually, no, because he is both. But what does he see himself more as? Does he see himself more as the pretty boy or as the petty boy? Because he's petty as hell. And he's probably more petty than he is a pretty boy at the end of the day.
But on the album, you got a song called Way Too Sexy. So you establishing that you think you're a pretty boy. So, nigga, are you just trying to, like, who the fuck are you battling, my nigga? Because I think he's saying, nigga, Kanye's on his petty shit. So Kanye's the petty boy. I'm the pretty boy. And at the end of the day, the pretty niggas always winning. I feel like he hopping in that bag. But I'm like, nigga, you cannot call somebody else petty, Drake, when you're the pettiest nigga I've ever seen in life, my nigga. Like, ever, bro. But off of that, bro, like I said last week, way too sexy growing on me already, bro. It grew on me already, bro. I didn't know how. I didn't want to like this fucking song, bro. But when that shit come on and I'm bopping to it, bro, it's really, I saw it on Twitter, bro. They said this is WAP for the real, for pretty niggas, and it's WAP for the niggas, bro. Like, I really be dancing to this shit, feeling like a bad bitch, no cap.
like for me, like first time listening to it, like when I first heard like the sample that they were going to use, I'm like, okay, how the hell are they going to flip this into something, right? And then just first time listening through, I'm like, I like that, but over like the past week, it just really has grown on me, like you said. Like it just grows on me so much. Like that beat is hard as hell.
And the way Future just
hard as hell.
Like Future just saying he's too sexy for mad shit, and then it just feels right, my nigga. Like, yeah, I'm too sexy to do this shit, my nigga. Like, I look too good to be doing this shit, my nigga. Like, but I do
also like on Drake's verse. Like also on Drake's verse too, it's just like he's telling you, it's just like, okay, whatever you do, okay, cool, that's fine. Like whatever you want to do, okay, cool, that's fine with me. And then I love it, bro. My favorite part of the song. You would turn up little thotty, ain't no wife about it. I'ma fuck her friends and send them back to Metro housing, bro. that shit so much, bro. This nigga really got into his fuckboy bag once again, bro.
Nah, his greatest
Oh my god, I love it, bro.
his greatest fuckboy line of this whole album is hands down. I remember when I told you I loved you. That was kind of like a mass text because that, like we said last week, that's one of the sickest bars of all time, bro. It just really hits on so many different levels, bro. And then he said, followed up with, "I remember I told you I loved you." That was kind of in the past tense. It's like, so like, even if you banking on that one time I said I loved you, oh, like he loved, nah, that shit was in the past, man. Like, don't jack that. Like, basically that whole part right there is just don't jack that shit no more. That's just a hard ass way to say don't jack that shit, bro. That's why this nigga is the GOAT, bro. Cause nigga, it's so simple. Everything he's saying is simple as hell. It's shit we all think about, shit we all want to say, but he's the only nigga that makes it sound cool and we bop into it. Like, he's really saying sicko shit, bro. He's saying shit that will crush a girl's heart, man. But I remember when I said I miss you, that was kind of like a man. Whoa. Shorty at home, like, I really thought Drake missed me. I guess I killed myself now. Man, Aubrey's the greatest, bro.
And like off that too, like just sending the mass text too. Like he don't read it. He's just bored in the house, bro. Late at night, he's just saying to himself, "Yo, one of these got to hit."
All do it, bro. We all do it, bro. We all like, you know what? I'm drunk. I might have drunk a little bit tonight, bro. Somebody got hit back, bro. Somebody gonna hit back, and I'm getting something tonight, bro. And he probably got a hit back probably by the second one, and number 3 through 16 probably was all him back. Like, oh, you really miss me? Like, nah, that shit was just a mass text. Like you could just ignore that shit, bro. Like. It would be even sicker if he put that in a group chat with all the bitches. Like, that would really be the greatest part. Like, it's just because they all know it's Drake's number.
Nah, what do you call it? I heard this from one of my friends. She was telling me about, what do you call it? A text that she got from her ex. They've been broken up a little while. It was a mass text. It was a group chat text from the dude. It was a group text from the dude. And he went, "What did I do wrong?" He said that he put all his exes in a group chat and really saying, "What did I do wrong?"
That's legendary shit, bro. That's so... Nah, bro.
I couldn't believe it when she told me, bro. I didn't know how to react. I couldn't even think from like the guy's perspective. Like, yo, what made you think this was a good idea?
That shit, I don't give a
if you
fuck,
want, like, oh.
That's the ultimate moment of moving on from your past relationships when you don't give a fuck how this shit gonna affect you anymore, bro. You just send that shit all like, I don't give a fuck, bro. What did I do wrong? Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll send it to all y'all. So y'all all know I fucked up with a bunch of other bitches, not other than you. Y'all not special. I fucked up with all these bitches. Man, Drake need to find that man and put him and get that in good toxic, bro. They gotta put him in a committee, bro. Offset, find this man's number, bro. With it, I want to see like the responses from that, bro. Like, did they actually reply to that shit? Like, well, you cheated on me with Ashley. Ashley, like, whoa, bro, he cheated on me with this. Like, it's just gonna be a path of all the bitches he cheated with on to the next one, bro. Just like y'all basically,
yeah.
And then at the end of it,
like what? Yeah, doggo.
Now I'm like, at the end of it seemed like, so y'all all knew I was a cheater and yet y'all still fuck with me. And just leave the fuck out the group chat. That would have been my final text, nigga. I would have been like, so who's really the dumbass? Right?
Oh, boy, no, but like she was telling me that, yeah, like a few, like a couple of them actually did reply, and apparently like this one specific one like went off on a whole rant and was just listing off like a bunch of shit. They were like, oh, like you're immature, like it shows that you're immature because you would do this, like you would send all of us this fucking text, this other thing, like yeah, like he got replies off that.
It's funny, bro, because when a nigga is immature, that's why like when you mess with ignorant people or immature people, you can't give all your energy to that because you just gonna end up looking dumb as hell at the end of the day. Because on the other side of that, it's a nigga with his phone, probably with another girl who don't give a shit about your long ass 20-minute response you just cooked up on your phone, bro. You wasted all that energy for what, bro? So you honestly is not mature enough in your life right now, my nigga. Because if you was really stable, you would have saw that group thread and not replied to that shit. You would have deleted that shit and moved on with your fucking life, my nigga. Because I bet your friend probably didn't reply to that shit, my nigga. She just saw that shit and kept going with her day. Nigga, like, the fuck am I replying to this shit, bro? If a girl sent me, what did I do wrong with a other bunch of other niggas? I'm like, oh, she's a smut. I'm not even gonna reply back to this. Like, I'm out of here. Like, oh, fuck.
Nah, bro. But yeah, like that actually.
Nah, imagine you get into a group text and you just get a girl hit you in a group text and then just say, what did I do wrong? But when you look at the number, you start noticing numbers.
When I already had the contact saved,
it's like, wait, why the fuck is my pops in this shit right now? Like, what the fuck?
Why does it say dad in here? Why am I in a group chat with my dad that's outside the family group chat? Like, wait, my cousin? Wait, I haven't spoken to this nigga in like a year, bro. Wait, what? Why is my cousin in the group chat? Wait.
This is the family group chat. And they're like, what? You fucked the family, bitch?
Oh man,
bro, that
will happen though. That will happen. That will happen. Now, since we are music, bro, we're recording this on Saturday. New music came out yesterday. So specifically, Baby Keem, he came out. The Melodic Blue. Alright, I'm telling you this right now. This is going to be one of the most underrated albums to come out this year. I gave it a couple of listens today. There are not a lot, but definitely a few like Kanye 808s and Heartbreaks influence on this album. And overall, just a really solid piece of work from Baby Keem. Something that we haven't seen from his previous works, where he actually starts to get a little bit introspective and talks about like his upbringing, in Compton, and just also like trying to. While he's also doing that, he's also trying to refine his sound in the same way that Gunna did with his album last year. Also knows that while listening to his album. Overall, just a really good piece of work overall.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet because I've been working and I'm still in the Drake phase. So it's probably gonna be another week or two before I actually listen to somebody else. But I'm definitely gonna check it out. But I heard a little bit of the snippet with the Kendrick track. I liked a lot what I was hearing from it, but yeah, Baby Keem, just him being related to Kendrick. Kendrick is going to guide him the right way in this industry, bro. And even with you saying him being introspective, the first thing I thought about was like, oh, Kendrick influenced him though. Like, all right, you ain't rapping about shit, bro. Like you made it in the rap game now, but now what the fuck is you talking about, bro? Like, hey, you from my family cloth, so you're not just about to be out here saying the bippity bop bullshit that I don't fuck with, bro. So you know how I get down, so you better be putting out some shit that's up to the family name. So now that we in this business and we did family business, so now everybody gonna be like, oh, that's Kendrick's cousin. Oh, you got to be up to this shit. Like Janet Jackson couldn't just come out and be some average person. When she came out, she had to be fired, man. So you're gonna have to live up to this name, or you're gonna be threaded out, and you're gonna always be compared to me. So I'm excited to listen to it. I feel like you're gonna deliver some heat.
Yeah, no, there are definitely a few tracks on here. He has one with Toliver that I really like. The beat just like as soon as it comes on, just hits you. And like when I first heard it, I was thrown back for a second. I was like, whoa, wait, whoa, what's going on? Right? It's one of those that really just hits you. But overall, like I said, just really solid piece of work. It's probably one of the most like underrated albums, I think, when we look back at all the albums that come out this past year. I think it's going to be on a lot of people's radars, but it should be because just a really solid piece of work. Baby Keem, and really just starting to establish himself as like kind of like one of the rising stars like in the next 2 to 3 years of rap right now. Mm-hmm. Now, actually, I won't even necessarily even just say rap, but hip hop, just music, just in general, because he doesn't switch lanes, but he definitely does, at least in one song he does, where you can tell like, okay, this is something different, you know.
Oh yeah, bro. Rap music is pop music now. So like, if you the biggest in rap, you the biggest in music.
Yeah.
But was there any other new music?
Overall, like I said, just really good piece of work. Not really. Yeah, not really. I was on the look for Playboy Cardi because he's supposed to be releasing something like the next week or so.
He's dropping it.
I thought that was going to come out. Yeah, Narcissus was looking for that drop. Didn't come out, but we'll see when that does come out. See how that sounds.
That sounds like hard. That sounds like some toxic shit about to be on this album. No cap. Like he about to give Iggy some smoke, and I'm tuned in for it, bro. Like you draw.
Actually, I just remembered actually. Ari Lennox, she released a single too. I didn't give it a chance to listen to it, but she released something. I'm looking forward to the album because
I'm looking forward to her album because, like I said a couple weeks back, she's been in the studio with Babyface and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So if you in the studio with them, it's a good R&B coming, regardless of who you are as the artist. They don't work with just anybody. So you got to come out with another classic. And I'm hearing Seven Streeter got a R&B smoker that's on the way, bro. I heard her on the Joe Budden podcast earlier. She was sounding like she got some shit that's gonna have women and female both are like in their bag. So R&B on this back end fall, December cuffing season.
That's right where it needs to drop. That's right when it needs to drop.
We're gonna get Summer. We're gonna get Ari. We're gonna get Seven. Hopefully we get Scissor, but I know Summer's really ready. She still going crazy on the internet, so I know. Like, it's crazy to say she's about to do bigger than what she did last time, like, because the last album is a fucking classic. But I feel like this shit's about to be better than that one.
Yeah, this year is going to be, like, so far, like, it's been a big year for, like, a lot of artists. And just releasing just, like, big albums, like Baby and Dirt, you know, J. Cole, Snow, her. I would even say like Young Blue, for example, like his first like real like major debut album that turned out like really well, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be when we look back at it, it's gonna be one of them historic years in hip hop. Like when people talk about like 96 or like 03, we're gonna talk about like 2021. That's one of them years that was monumental or pivotal in hip hop.
Can't wait just what the R&B bag has in store for us. Just cannot wait. We got a little bit of it this past year. Just can't wait to see what else is in there too.
Yeah.
Anything else, bro?
Nothing else. Just Kanye, you too damn old to be joining the gang, bro. Just cut it the fuck out, bro. Like whatever you're doing, Kanye, cut it the fuck out, bro. You too old for this shit. I think it's 60.
All right. That being said, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that, and we'll catch you on the next one.